All right, YouTube, we are in North Idaho in the Panhandle, and on a GoPro 7 now, so we got some image stabilization, so I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to go try Baldy Mountain. Road says it's like 8 miles up or so. It's a virgin peak, 6+3, 4+3, and well, got a special character, two actually special characters to introduce you to. So checking out the footage, looking at 4K, and we'll put it all together. But let's get our butts up this hill. We're gonna try to do more than one, so let's do it. All right, we might have hit the end of the road here. We're see behind me, that's where it's got to go up. And wow, there's been some vehicles in here. Looks like actually snow machines, snowmobiles. I don't know if we're gonna do that without chains at least. So that's where we should be wanting to go. Over here's the house, but oh well, we got this to deal with too. Private property crap. All right, Baldy Mountain. This time, not December, might as well be, it feels like it. January, yeah, it's still January. January 2019 is a bust. We're absent some chains, and it's just snowy enough and packed down enough that it's just not gonna happen today. So we're gonna go down and come up with a plan B, but it doesn't matter, we're still having a good time. I mean, you can see that over there, it's pretty cool. Nice little waterfall, water, that stuff we don't have down there in SoCal. So. And up here you can actually see where we're trying to go. Dad's back in the truck here, you gotta turn around, but we're trying to get up that hill up there all the way around, and absent snowshoes and chains, snowmobiles, that stuff I don't generally deal with. We're not gonna get it done this time. So anyways. Well, I finally did it. Finally went down to my knees. All right, I'm on my first North Idaho summit right now. Forgot the name of it. Guy, I heard my dad, he's well, I'm down there yelling. Hold on. All right, I was saying I'm on my first Northern Panhandle, North Idaho summit. I had to look it up. And it's Whiskey 7 India, stroke November Papa -201. It's called Point 3060. So about 3,000 feet elevation-ish. I have my micro spikes on, but I don't have snowshoes. And there's some cross country on this because I don't know where the trails are because it's not marked on here. So just kind of playing the topographical map game a little bit. The sun's out today. Yesterday it was all foggy. Obviously it's blinding me a little bit. I'm gonna go stand in some shade here. But yeah, so we need to get it done. Today's winter field day, January 26th, 2019. We're shooting 4K here. Tried to fly the drone earlier, but I got a new phone a little bit ago and I didn't update it. So, but I got that figured out because I got some 4G LTE service up here on the summit. FT2D, banging APRS. No idea if it's getting through or not. Baldy Mountain, when we tried this morning, is over there on the other side of Lake Ponderay. And that's where we got locked out because of four-wheel drive we had, but no chains. They have no chains for that one. It didn't work out so well. But we're on our first summit here. I'm gonna look for a place to set up, and let's get winter field day started. Sweet. I think I'm actually gonna go over here. I think we're gonna get underneath the tree canopy. I'm sweating. It's kind of warm. I think it's like almost 40 degrees. But I'm gonna go over here. I can knock some snow off a tree stump and use that to sit on with my little sleeping pad thing, keep my butt and gear dry, and make this thing work. I don't want to be underneath these trees too much because they're all melting snow. Probably hit me right now. My bald head gets snow and water all over it, but anyways, I'm just gonna find a place to set up, probably over there somewhere. So, all right. Hey, that sucks. I need to get some gaiters, some higher boots or something. Luckily, I got these darn tough wool Merriam wool socks, and but you know, you can feel the coldness. I'm sure they're a little damp, but feet are still dry. And that's what's important. Just keep them dry as much as I can. So, mash the snow down a little bit so it's not constantly going inside my shoes. You hear that? That was my cell phone. Cell service up here is pretty decent. Better than Southern California, that's for sure. I'm just making a nice little area to work in by the stump. I can set my stuff down and not get it full of snow. All right, we're up on the summit, and we got a new character to introduce. He's a character, all right. That's my dad, Jerry Sr., so Jerry Squared, going on right now. But this is his first time doing SOTA. We're in his neck of the woods. We're about like 3 miles from your house. Yep. Up here in North Idaho. And so he's in the process of getting his ticket. And of course, he's gonna be doing some SOTA. He's just surrounded by SOTA peaks that aren't even activated. Lucky man. But anyways, show you the quick setup real quick. This one's for you, Tony. We're gonna bring you back into the fold, K9 ARV. Get out of the shadows so you can see this. But all right, you guys all seen this before. We're gonna definitely go back and record some audio. So this video has some audio. We're shooting 4K, by the way, 4K 24 frames a minute. Been listening on 14 336 just for a little bit. Of course, headset. We'll probably plug the other battery in. But just so you guys see, found a tree stump in this area, knocked the snow off it, trying to keep it crap dry, and then took and matted all this down. I think I showed you the video of me doing that. So if you go in the snow, set your environment up, keep your equipment dry. I'm running the RG174, and Tony, I'm finally deploying it, man. I brought the stuff, dude. So this is a wire that Tony gifted me, the K9 ARV linked dipole. You probably can't see it very well. But anyways, that's a link dipole going out. We're setting up inverted V. Shoot, I can't even see it unless I look. Tied off in the tree over there. Typical stuff I always do, you guys, no big deal. Checking the stabilization on this, but this is what's really cool. Look at this little deal on this link dipole right here. Then on the bottom side, there's a bullet connector. And then you have the extension, you clip it in, and then you clip on the other section. You got a nice little toggle thing, and then it goes out the rest of the way for 40 meters. I went to tune this. It was 2.5 to 1, and of course the KX2 tuned it right up. So here's one side. Just think about your bushes and your terrain, ways to kind of just tie it off. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. You can see the bend in the fishing pole. But here's something else to think. If you go in the snow, I'll use snow rookies. And while I'm living in Southern California, I still play in the snow a bit. Plus I have a brain. So anyways, just use a water bottle. Just something to kind of anchor it into the snow. Get a rock, a stick, whatever you want. And then that's all you gotta do. So go play radio. We're waiting for bears. Bigfoot. We saw Bigfoot already, Tony. So hopefully no more Bigfoot.
This is so cool.
All right, we got the spot out. I should probably get this thing ready. I'm sure people are gonna start calling. Kilo Golf 6 Hotel Quebec Delta KG6 HQD, calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air.
4 Echo X-ray.
November 4 Echo X-ray. What's going on, mister? How you doing today?
Doing fine. You're 5454 North Carolina. Over.
Copy 54 North Carolina. You're 5656 QSL.
QSL 56. Thank you for the contact. 73. This is N4EX.
73.
Kilo 6 Alpha Romeo Kilo Summit to Summit.
Hey, Adam, I hear you, brother. What's going on, man? Kilo 6 Alpha Romeo Kilo.
Frequencies in use. 5353 on 26 Sierra Charlie 366. Back to you.
Roger, roger. Copy the 5353 QSL 53 both ways on the summit to summit. And I copy Sierra Charlie dash 366. Sierra Charlie dash 366 QSL.
Whiskey 5 November Delta, the frequencies in use.
All right, this is Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air.
Kilowatt Delta 1 Charlie Tango.
Kilowatt Delta 1 Charlie Tango, go ahead.
You're 5 and 5, 55 New Hampshire, over.
Copy 55 in New Hampshire. You're 5'9", you got a strokey signal, good signal. QSL?
Thank you very much for the nice report. 7344, safe descent.
Roger, roger, 73, QSL, KG6 HQD, QRZ, summits on the air.
Kilo 5, Delta Echo Zulu.
Kilo 5, Delta Echo Zulu, good signal, go ahead.
Yeah, roger. You're a nice signal near Albuquerque. Nice 5x7, nice 5x7, and keep up the good videos, over.
Roger, roger, copy the 57. You're 5'9 plus, 5'9 plus, QSL?
Roger, QSL, 73s, and have a nice day on the hill, K5 to easy.
Roger, roger, and thanks. You just told me you're number 4, so the peak's activated. 73. Hey, Whiskey Bravo 5, upper side band, Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, sir. I got you here in Albuquerque, about a 5-2, not a 5-2, right?
Roger the 52, copy the 52. You're a 5555 QSL.
Hey, thanks for the 5-5. Thanks for the 5-5. Be safe, have fun on the summit there, Jerry. WB5 USB in New Mexico.
Roger, roger, New Mexico. With the QSB, you're in 5'5". You're actually a 58. I'll give you a 5'8" and up it on my side. Go ahead. Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, QRZ, summits on the air.
Kilo 6, Mike X-ray Alpha.
Kilo 6, Mike X-ray Alpha. Go ahead, KG6 HQD.
Lost you in the QSC there. Kilo 6, Mike X-ray Alpha.
Yeah, Kilo 6, Mike X-ray Alpha, KG6 HQD. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you are. A lot of QSC, but you're about a 4-5 on the peak. QSL.
Roger, roger, 45 on the high side. Copy that. You're a 57.57. QSL?
Copy the 57. 73.
73. Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, QRZ. Summits on the air. Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, QRZ.
Alpha 4, Sierra Bravo.
All right, I'll go with Alpha 4, Sierra Bravo. Go ahead.
Alpha 4, Sierra Bravo.
Yeah, Alpha 4, Sierra Bravo. You're a 55. QSL? Roger, roger. The call is Kilo Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD. I'm in northern Idaho doing a summits on the air. QSL?
Yes, I need the last bit of your call one more time. I'm in Missouri, Mike Oscar.
Roger, copy. You're in Missouri. This is KG6 HQD, Hotel Quebec Delta, Hotel Quebec Delta. QSL?
QSL, enjoy. Thanks for doing it.
Roger, roger. Thank you, 73.
5, Oscar Delta Sierra.
Okay, Oscar Delta Sierra. Was it Whiskey 5?
Whiskey 5, Oscar Delta Sierra.
Hey, Whiskey 5 ODS. I got you now. Go ahead.
You're about a 5-4 in Oklahoma, QSL.
Copy the 54 in Oklahoma. You're a 5'7". QSL?
5-7, thanks. Good luck.
Roger, roger. 73. KG6 HQD QRZ. Summits on the air. Okay, I think I heard Kilo 1, 0, or Kilo something Lima 0. Go ahead. All right, Kilowatt 0, Lima Alpha Foxtrot. Is that correct? Okay, I've got you at 22222222. QSL?
QSL 22, you're also 22 in Missouri. Thanks for the summit.
Roger that. Copy 22 both ways. 73. Thanks for sticking with it. Over.
80,
Hey, Kilowatt 0, Kilowatt Alpha Romeo. Summit to summit. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm down here in San Diego with Adam.
San Diego. Oh,
Kilowatt Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air. I might go 10 minutes and call it, and then we'll go to the next summit. All that for 10 minutes.
it's all right. But you, man, you're all the way.
Kilowatt Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air.
Thing is, you're talking all the way from New Jersey to San Diego.
New Hampshire,
New Hampshire,
New Mexico, Virginia, Oklahoma,
Virginia,
the whole U.S.
Yeah, you were all over the place.
Somebody's tuning. Kilowatt Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air. Kilowatt Golf 6, Hotel Quebec Delta, KG6 HQD, calling CQ, CQ, CQ for summits on the air. Is that Kilo 7 Tango Alpha Bravo? Hey Chris, I got you, man. Copy Kilo 7 Tango Alpha Bravo. This is KG6 HQD. I think I heard you say 333333. Is that correct?
33, thank you.
Roger, 33 both ways. 33 both ways. Good work, brother. All right, 73, man. Out here, and all these peaks out here have different point values assigned, and you go up on top of them. As an activator, you make 4 contacts with people on any simplex or digital mode. You just can't do it through a repeater. And as soon as you get 4 contacts, you've activated that peak. You stamp your call sign on it, and you have a good time. So today being winter field day, it's basically field day every day.
Copy that. Got one of the kids looking for KG6HQD on YouTube right now. What simplex frequency would you like to move to?
Yeah, let's just try 5-2. Make it easy on us, yeah? That work for you?
Copy that. Stand by.
Copy that. I'm flipping the channel over. I don't know if you're familiar with Grouse Mountain. Where are you at real quick before you go?
We are in Sandpoint, just right in the middle of town, really.
All right, I'm about 3,000 feet up, so I'm on the east side of this mountain, but I think it should work still. We'll give it a shot. But all right, I'll QSY to 5-2. I don't hear nothing. I'll come back over here. I'm recording this on the GoPro because, like I said, I make videos of this stuff, and I'll put you in the logbook, and we'll factor it in. Sound good?
Copy that. QSY to 146.52.
Copy that. KG6 HQD QSY. That's on mine. Hold yours. Okay, here, point this at me if you will. Edit all that stuff out. Maybe. KG6 HQD on frequency. Go ahead, KI7, was that right?
Sorry, KG6HQD, say again.
Yeah, it's KG6 HQD. I just want to make sure I got the call sign correct when I log it. Is it Kilo India 7?
Kilo India 7, Charlie India.
All right, Kilo India 7, Echo Charlie India, right?
That's correct.
All right, yeah, I got you 5-9 up here. Usually when you do the contacts, you exchange a couple bits of information. Obviously, I got your call sign. I already told you where I'm at up over here by Grouse Mountain. There's a numeric identifier to this. If you watch for the video later on, give me a couple weeks to put it together. then you'll see it. But I'll try to hit you on either YouTube or Twitter or whatever else you're on, and you can look me up and I can give you the identifier, unless one of your kids is right there and you want to go ahead and log it down. And then you get points as a chaser as well, so it's a two-way street. I get points as an activator, you get points as a chaser.
Just barely reading you. Signal's about 2 out of 5, and readability is probably about 4 out of 9.
Well, stand by 1 second. I was kneeling down. How about that? How's that sound now?
Yeah, that quiets it down quite a bit.
5.9 both ways then?
Affirmative.
Yeah, copy. Yeah, this is just the little wire whip on it. It's a FT2DR, and I got rid of the stock antenna, put this one on. My dad's videoing this right now, so you'll see how it's all done later. I got a roll-up J-pole I use sometimes when I do this, but I go all over the place in the mountains down in Southern California, and now I'm flying around Washington and, you know, Nevada I've been to, and now I plan on coming up here and doing something with him and hanging out. But if you like getting out hiking, which you probably do, you live up here, and you got kids, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. Explore new territory and play ham radio at the same time.
Sounds like a good combination to me, and a beautiful day for it too.
Oh, it's rocking up here. It is so nice. We could have used some snowshoes for sure, but so be it, right? Maybe next time.
Jerry,
Yeah, we've got a
it went
garage
blank.
full of snowshoes. Are definitely useful up here.
It went blank. The screen.
It's going. Roger that. All right, hey, what's the first name? I didn't catch the first name.
First name's Sean. Sierra Echo Alpha November.
All right, Sean. Well, hey, good talking to you. Thanks for coming back to me on the repeater. Pretty soon he's getting ready to take his test, so I got him into the buying the radio already, and he's studying. So as soon as the government opens for at least a duration, he can get down there and take the test. He'll be having a ticket here pretty soon, and he'll be on the different freaks, probably on the Baldy Mountain. He lives right there in Sagal, so it's obviously in his backyard too. And so anyways, and I'll be up here every so often, and hopefully one day put a handshake on you and say thanks.
Copy that. Have a great trip or a great visit, and drive safely.
All right, thanks, Sean. 73, man, and hope to talk to you again. This is a KG6HQD.
Contact.
Copy the contact. Go ahead.
Kilo Quebec 6 Hotel Queen Delta, right?
That's Kilo Golf 6 Hotel Quebec Delta. I'm getting ready to open up the logging thing so I can log you in here too as well.
Okay, Kilo Golf 6 Hotel Quebec Delta. Whiskey 7 Foxtrot Yankee Victor. Name is Dave. QTH is Hope. Hotel Oscar Papa Echo.
He was president of our club.
So there was 2 more VHF contacts. So whenever you do your thing, always have a local repeater plugged in. Luckily, Dad had his on and heard a little traffic, and you heard what happened. We just said, hey, anybody on frequency come back? Somebody did. Up here, people are more nicer, it seems like. Came back, and boom, a couple people QS wide over to Phi 2, and that's how you get a couple extra bonus out of it. So, and one of them was a chaser. So cool. Hope to see you guys on the YouTube channel. Comment all the time. Leave your call signs down below, and good meeting you guys. So, what'd you think of your first activation?
This is great. I'm having fun. I'll be out here every day when I get my ticket.
So you're gonna have a Jerry up in this area, regardless if you like it or not, even if it's not me. So, anyway, 73. You see Lake Pend Oreille way out there, and then whatever lake this is, I forget the name of it. Grouse Mountain. This is the valley we came in. Super cool people live down there. And then we'll go up and around Baldy Mountains out that way. Of course, it looks all sunny and beautiful now, but there's still some thick snow. So we're gonna go down, down, down the ring of fire. Little Johnny Cash. So what did I learn on this trip? That Idahoans, if that's a word, I didn't call you a hoe, but Idahoans, Indians, people who live in Idaho, they gotta work for points here, at least in the winter. This was a 1-point peak, but you know, at times we're up to my knees in snow, absent snowshoes. So being a Southern California boy, I've never used snowshoes. So I don't know, that might be a near future investment maybe, but what I think is, I think these people up here are good people. They came back to me in the repeater. Everybody I've met up here has been super friendly. You know, if you're from California or somewhere else, you go visit somebody else, don't piss in their backyard. You know, clean up your trash, be respectful, be polite, of course. I mean, I'm speaking to the right crowd for this, but if you're new to ham radio, just finding my channel or haven't hiked yet, you know, it's just some etiquette you should follow. And it's common sense stuff, really, but super nice people. You want to keep it that way. So the best way to do it is just be a good person. The other thing is, like I said, they actually earn the points up here. This thing was just under a mile, 0.83 I think to the summit. And for 1 point, you know, maybe if I had snowshoes, it would have been a lot easier, 0.83 of a mile. But when you're trudging knee deep in snow at times, and right now I'm going downhill, I got my micro spikes on, thank God, because it's steep enough and I feel them biting on the wet snow. And the other thing is gaiters. I don't have gaiters, so I'm back to some damp feet, wet damp feet right now. So gaiters and snowshoes would be two things that I would invest in, other than a snowmobile, of course. I guess we can rent them. So maybe one of the trips we come up here, we can rent a snowmobile and ride wheelies up these hills or something. That'd be crazy. I've never rode a snowmobile either, so there'll be some things to do. But it's beautiful country here. Up in this area too, you can come do SOTA up in this area. And if you're not from here, or you know, the other common sense factor, wildlife. Granted, it's January. The grizzlies and the black bears, in theory, should be hibernating. But you come up here in the summer and you make a big mess and you're a big stinky guy with different food. Be bear aware. I would probably think about, you know, something to consider. Be your giant can of bear spray, maybe weapons, but yeah, just be cautious of the wildlife. You know, of course, snakes. We're dealing with snakes down there, but you know, don't make a big mess. But things to think about when you're hiking and you're doing SOTA in places not by your home. I think the most important thing is be as prepared as you can. But every time you go somewhere, at least for me so far, I'm always finding something else I'm learning. I'm learning, you know, you've had to factor in a lot of time. I had big goals again coming up here, 5 1-point peaks even, or maybe 1 6-point peak or 4-point peak, and not the case. So you got to give yourself a little bit of slack or get local knowledge, you know. Met a couple guys now, and Chris, you know who you are, you know, gave us some local knowledge on some mountains over by him in Washington and Spokane, but we're over here in northern Idaho, so we kind of want to stay close to home a little bit. Just try it out. Look at that, I got cell service everywhere here. It's crazy. That was my wife. So maybe she's tracking me on APRS. I don't know if APRS works, by the way. I'll find out when I get back and I look and see if my signal was pinging or not. But spotting with a cell phone, Chris told us that's possible. He was right. Sometimes I have 4G, sometimes it's 3G, but I was able to get out. So spotting seemed to work pretty good, which is weird because it doesn't work in Southern California. But a lot of cool things, all new stuff, and new stuff makes it fun. That's part of the adventure, at least it is for me. Saw some deer earlier, so that was fun. Anyways, now we're off the base of the mountain. There's Dad. So we're just kind of working our way down, and I'm gonna get my feet dry and warm. I can tell. I don't want to get no frostbite, trench foot, none of that stuff. So gaiters, waterproof shoes. I am wearing my darn tough Merriam wool socks. Highly recommend those. Links are below, of course, in the description for all my Amazon stuff. Think about it. Do me a solid. Buy from there, doesn't cost you anything extra, so help me out a little bit. So there's that. And then subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, click the bell, click the link, and subscribe to the channel. Comment. When you comment down below, by the way, do me a favor and put your name and your call sign, especially if you're it's not already on your Gmail or your YouTube or Google account, so that I know. I like to know who I'm talking to, especially if I meet you face to face. I don't want to be rude. So help me out. Give me a name, call sign. Sometimes where you're from too helps. I mean, of course, I could cross-reference a call sign, but if you just put it in any comments that you make, it helps out. I really appreciate that. And I do like things, comments or questions, anything you got, but I like it on a public forum. I like it in the YouTube comment section, or I like it in on Twitter, where everybody can consume that. You know, emails, everything gets answered, but if it's an email, it's just between you and I. So I get a lot of the same questions, you know what I'm saying? So help me out, put that on the social media venues, please. Other than that, been a good time. We're gonna get off this mountain now. I don't know what we're gonna do. A frosty, what do you call them, Scott? WA9 STI 807, I think. I know what 805s are. I have those every so often, but he calls 807s. So if you know what an 807 is, ask in the comment section below, and I'll tell you. I wonder who can guess it. If they've seen some of my other videos, they might know. All right, 73, time to get off this mountain.